Happy Sunday, everyone. Welcome back to Game Motivation, the podcast where we talk honestly about the things that help us to stay grounded, focused, and steady in our daily lives. Today's episode is about preparedness. Not in a flashy way, but in a practical, meaningful way that actually supports your week ahead. And, as always, this is a space for queer people to feel seen without being reduced to stereotypes. We're human beings first. Why does Sunday matter? Sundays give us a natural pause. They give us a moment to step back from the noise of the week and create some clarity before Monday arrives. Preparedness is really just an act of care for your future self. It's a way of saying, I want next week to be manageable. I want to feel capable. And there is research to back this up. A 2025 study from Taylor and Francis online examined how people organize personal information. It found that structuring things around activities rather than broad topics reduces mental strain and helps people retrieve what they need to more easily. In everyday terms, that basically means that organising your life around what you actually do makes everything a lot smoother. And that principle fits naturally into a Sunday routine. How preparedness helps. Another useful source comes from the Journal of Emergency Management, which published a 2025 review about resilience and well-being in high-stress professions. Even though the study focused on emergency personnel, the underlying point applies universally, that people who maintain readiness, structure, and simple routines experience less stress and more emotional stability. Preparedness gives you a sense of control. It grounds you. It reduces the feeling of being scattered or overwhelmed, which I know very well. That's something that all of us, queer or not, can benefit from. Some practical Sunday habits. Now, I might throw in a few examples of my own here, but here are 3 realistic Sunday practices that align with the research. Decide on the tone of your week. Ask yourself, what kind of week do I want to have? Focused, calm, productive. Choosing a tone helps you guide your actions in a practical way. So, a good example might be, for me, I sometimes spend time looking at analytics, which I would call a more calm week. So I go through analytics, I look at where I am. I look at a 365-day view of the year. I look at things that have been happening so I can be ready for upcoming trends. I do research and things like that. Or maybe I want to be productive. Maybe I want to bang out a bunch of videos or write loads of music. Which one do I want? And I try and decide that on the Sunday. Number 2, give Monday a head start. Set out your clothes or fold your clothes, do your laundry, prepare breakfast. Think about meals for the week. Write down your top 3 tasks for Monday. No more than 3, just a couple. Write them down. So maybe you'll look at analytics for the week, figure out where you are. Maybe look at some trends in your industry. This small level of preparation, reduces stress and helps to keep you grounded. So it's kind of just like thinking a little bit about what Monday looks like. And yeah, it can be overwhelming, but sometimes that small bit of preparation does help you. Clear one small space. I'm laughing because in front of me I have my 2 keyboards, I have my guitar, my violin, and I have 2 writing keyboards as well. My desk is a mess, basically. So clear out one small space. A desk, a corner, it could be your nightstand. I find I have a lot of cans of sparkling water on my nightstand. But you don't have to do the whole room. Just do one small area. Do one tiny place. Sorry, I'm still laughing because I have so much clutter around me. So practice what you preach. Reducing physical clutter directly lowers your mental load, apparently, which matches what the Taylor and Francis study from 2025 talked about. So it's about reducing those things around you. So a really good example of that is on my desk, I let books. I have piles of books and journals, and I always think that they're useful. So I have all these different journals out. I have books. I have my books. I have old copies of my own manuscripts to go through. I have philosophy that I want to read, poetry. I have all sorts on my desk, but none of them are useful. So if I take away that mental strain, maybe I'll just stack those books up and put them in a corner. Hopefully that will reduce my mental load a little bit, because it's one less thing to look at. The takeaway. Preparedness isn't about perfection or being rigid. So I hate big timetables. I hate complex spreadsheets. Well, actually, I like complex spreadsheets, but I don't like them when they tell me what to do or I have to follow them closely. It's about making your life easier a little bit by bit for yourself. And it's a quiet kind of strength, choosing to walk into the week, not in chaos, but with a bit of intention and clarity. So even if it's a little tiny bit that you can hold on to, saying, this week I want a calm week. This week I want to be introspective. Now, I talked about this today on game motivation because being queer doesn't mean we have to perform anything or add extra decoration to our lives. We have enough to deal with already. So we're just trying to live our lives, and being prepared is one of the tools that supports that. We have enough crap going on already. We have enough people who don't like us, that don't want us to exist. So, it's one less battle to think about. So take a few minutes today, or however many you can, and set yourself up for the week ahead. I'm telling you, your future self will appreciate it for it. You probably already know it. You probably know all this stuff already. You don't need scientific journals. You don't need me. So, thank you for listening today. Appreciate it. Take care, and I'll see you next week or on a future podcast. You'll just see from my YouTube that I've rebranded everything. So take a look at that. I'll be revamping some old content as well. Take a look at that. And thanks for liking, and thanks for subscribing. Take care.